Hi, I'm Matt.
And I'm Rabea.
And this is Sounds Like on Andertons TV.
First thing I'm going to say is I've lost my voice. I don't know what's happened, but it's gone. So I'm going to be squeaking like a girl. Anyway, who are we doing today?
You actually sound way more manly.
Do I?
Yeah, it's gone about an octave level.
I've got to talk a bit loud to get it through. Who are we doing?
We today are doing Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin.
Oh, classic guitar player.
Classic guitar player.
And you were quite a fan, I believe.
Of Led Zeppelin? Well, who isn't? Who isn't, I ask. If you're into guitar, you're into Jimmy Page, probably. Great riffer, great acoustic player, great
Well, I think
everything.
It's fair to say a lot of the riffs of bands, particularly one of my favourite guitar players is Nuno Bettencourt, and he said when he met Jimmy Page, he was like, you didn't leave anything for us. We all have to copy your riffs. Like, there's not a single riff that you didn't write, so why?
Yeah, today we're going to be trying to sound like him. Obviously,
Tall order.
It is a tall order. It's a lot of heritage and a lot of a long career to kind of replicate. So we're going to just pick the highlights, mainly like lead tone and kind of riff tone, I think.
Probably an Epiphone Les Paul to, you know, obviously save on the pennies because we have a budget of £1,500. And although we've found it the most popular amp in the Sounds Like series so far, it's a high possibility that we will be revisiting the Marshall DSL-40 combo. But you never know.
You never know. So for £1,500, we'll see what we do.
Let's go and choose some gear. And we want to find the most Jimmy Page looking guitar possible, so that's going to be the sort of sunburst,
antique burst kind of thing, yeah. That's a tobacco voice, isn't it?
Well, our choices are limited.
They are.
Oh, that's definitely more like it. And it's got a natural finished oil finish neck as well, look at that.
Oh nice, that's a really nice guitar.
Get a close up of that.
How much are we at? Only £329.
$329, it's got a lovely open pore neck and it's a nice vintage looking guitar. Should we choose this?
Looks good to me. Yeah, it definitely needs to be a burst and there aren't like a ton of bursts, so...
I reckon this is the one.
What is it? What year is it?
It's a historic 59 Les Paul.
So this would be more like the calibre of guitar that Jimmy Page would be renowned for using, I guess, but the originals rather than a replica. And we've, at this price here, we can buy 20 approximately of these for the price of that one.
That just says something, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't quite know what it says.
Well, it says
It says you can get 20 of these for one of these. We're going to do amps.
We're going to do an amp.
Well,
okay, we've got oranges, we've got Fenders, no good.
I don't think I ever saw Jimmy Page use an orange.
Actually, he did once. He's on their artist page on their website. Apparently Jimmy Page did play an orange once, but as I said, he played a lot of different amps. So we're going to look for the pinnacle.
The Pinny Clay. I mean, we can.
How much are these like vintage Marshalls?
Jimmy Page didn't use a lot of pedals, so we could technically bump up the budget on an amplifier.
We could.
If we didn't want to go for the DSL-40. So the vintage Marshall 1974 is $11.99.
So that's £1,200 with our...
It's $11.99 actually.
It's $11.99, it's a pound off £1,200. So with our 329 guitar, that would push us over.
Yes, it would.
So although we'd like to get a vintage voiced and vintage style Marshall,
we can't do it.
It's going to be a little bit expensive for our budget. So...
Trusty old, yeah.
Here it comes.
The trusty old Marshall DSL-40C.
Yes, we're doing it.
It's a crowd pleaser.
It is, hopefully.
Unanimously.
Be pleased.
Yeah. Okay, so now we know that we've got a bit more money to play with for pedals if we want to replicate more of the vintage tone, because we couldn't necessarily get the vintage amp. So what about if we use a much cleaner tone on the DSL and then try and accommodate a more of a vintage sound using pedals?
That sounds like a good plan. So now we have about £500 budget for pedals.
So let's go and look at the pedal Cabernet Sauvignon.
Okay, so Jimmy Page was quite famous for using an Echoplex, so we found an Echoplex, or at least something that replicates part of an Echoplex.
It's the Echoplex preamp.
So I think we're going to include that in Le Bouger.
We were going to use the analog chorus, the MXR analog chorus, but we also just found the micro chorus, which is modelled on a more vintage chorus pedal that maybe Jimmy would have used back in the day. Okay, so to summarise the gear that we're using for Jimmy Page.
Super simple rig, this one.
Yeah, we've gone with the kind of vintage sort of sunburst Epiphone Les Paul, which is lovely. It's got a nice open pore finish neck.
£329.
We're going for the Marshall DSL-40 combo, which seems to be our favourite amplifier of the series.
£599.
And then we've gone for the micro chorus.
Yeah, which is about 75.
And the Echoplex preamp.
Which is some money.
And that's all the gear that we're going to be using to sound like Jimmy Page.
Yes, let's see how we do.
We're in the room.
We're back in the room.
And we've got the gear for Jimmy Page.
All of the gear for Jimmy Page. So let's have a quick run down and see what we've got.
Yeah. Well, okay, so we'll start with the guitar. To be honest, I'm really impressed with this guitar.
It's beautiful, to be honest.
This is an Epiphone Les Paul Traditional Pro. So there's a few things that I really like about it that I haven't seen on a lot of maybe Gibsons and Epiphones, to be fair. Firstly, this beautiful open pore finish.
Awesome, isn't it?
I love guitars with open pore finish. That kind of satin, it's like a wax oil thing.
Really beautiful.
It looks nice and it's easy to play.
It's something you don't really find on guitars of this kind of price either.
No.
So yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, and it's got coil split on your volumes, which is a really nice feature.
Lovely burst as well.
And it's a lovely like flame top burst.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it looks traditional for a start, so it feels vintage.
Yeah.
This guitar sounds awesome because it sounds very much like what you'd expect for that kind of era. I don't know if it's the pickups or the body or the way it's finished or whatever, but it just feels right to play this kind of
stuff. It's the same kind of style that you'd find Jimmy Page playing.
Yeah, and it's set up really well. It's so easy to play. It's got the coil tap. It sounds great. So that's the guitar. The amp is our trusty long life companion, the DSL-40 combo.
Yeah.
To be honest, we're running it very low gain. So if I show you what the guitar sounds like just into the amp on the crunch setting low gain.
Yeah, it's so low gain. It's like on a quarter, literally.
It doesn't,
quarter volume, quarter gain.
Yeah, it just doesn't sound that great. But we've got... Yeah.
So this is where the Echoplex preamp comes in, which sounds, to be honest, really, really good. When we got it all the way to the top, cranked. So
because he used an Echoplex, right?
He did, and so this kind of gives us that thing that it gave him, which it's a preamp, so it's giving a lot of our tone.
It just pushes the front end. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So
give it a go.
It's lovely, isn't it? Lovely.
Yeah, it's modest, but it does push the front end, and you get into the realms of that vintage rock classic rock thing.
Yeah, and a lot of I think we're playing its bridge pickup all the time, and then for some of the cleaner sections, we've just literally been rolling the volume off.
Yeah. Actually, for the beginning of A Whole Lot of Love, you roll the tone off, you roll a little bit of the... Well, actually, we had the gain a little bit higher on that, but I just rolled some of the tone off. And... Yeah. You know, it's really minor difference where we just played a bit with the gain on the amp, left the Echoplex as it is, and that's how we get those tones.
Yeah, and we've also found that there's a lot of slight chorus on some of his sounds. So
I don't know if that's an old school recording technique, but
or it could even be like, I don't know, just recording on tape, or just because it's a really old recording, it could be anything.
So we're using...
So yeah, we've got the MXR micro chorus here, which is set to literally like 10%.
We got the rate pretty much all the way off. But what's nice about it is, particularly for the sort of pre-solo in Stairway, that kind of... Like,
yeah, it just gives it a little bit of a shimmer.
Yeah.
It's really, really nice.
So, to be fair, that's the rig.
That is it.
Its entirety. Guitar, amp, 2 pedals. In fairness, I didn't spend a lot of time learning Led Zeppelin when I was learning guitar. I listened to a fair bit, but I never played it. So it's been really fun for me to learn the solo for Stairway, to learn those little riffs here and there. And having listened to, because Matt's a big fan, and having listened to some of the Led Zeppelin tunes and then tried to get the tones, it's great fun. And there's a real sense of accomplishment playing it and it sounding like that.
Exactly. And we based more of the riffs we concentrated on it from like early Zepp, like from Led Zeppelin 1, Led Zeppelin 4. They're kind of the main, like the most famous era really. We haven't gone, later on when they kind of got a bit more progressive. We haven't touched the acoustic stuff. So there's a lot more to Jimmy Page. I personally love his acoustic playing, and some of his clean playing is fantastic. But we're going like rock and riffs.
Yeah,
mainly. So
if you want to get yourself a great sounding Jimmy Page style rig, this is it.
The 2 pedals, the guitar and the amp, all around £1,100, which, to be fair, I think for the quality of tones we're getting is excellent.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I love this guitar. I think I want to own one.
I think it's really good. I'd take the scratch plate off personally.
Yeah.
But apart from that, it's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I'd love to know if you think we sounded a bit like Jimmy Page with the riffs we were doing. So please comment in the comment section below. And yeah.
All the links to all the gear, as usual, is in the description, so check it out. Loving these Echoplex pedals.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been Matt.
I've been Rabea.
And this has been Sounds Like on Andertons TV.
Goodbye. The pickups in this guitar sound, of that era, that kind of classic rock. Jimmy, what are you laughing at? Why are you laughing now? Because he's laughing through there. For fuck's sake.
I can hear him fucking laughing.
What the fuck?
Why are you laughing?
Now I'm laughing and I just want to crack up.
It's not even funny. It's not funny. It's not even funny. 10 minutes of one fart noise.
Do I clap?
Yes. 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 Yes.